In this video, I'm going to share my 150 night sleep update with the 8 Sleep Pod 4. I'll also explain how it works. Let's get cracking. I've always been a 6 or a 7 out of 10 sleeper, not terrible, but not amazing either. Prior to using the Pod 4, we had the Pod 3 for a couple of years, so I'm able to show you lots and lots of sleep data. For example, in just the last week, my sleep score has been 100%. My goal is to stay within the 2 tram lines you can see there at the top. And if I look at my 8 sleep data for the last year, you can see that my sleep quality has been 93% overall. A big step up from where I was before. And as someone who believes that sleep is the foundation, if you're looking for better health, wealth, and happiness, I'm really pleased with those scores. My wife, though, historically is a 2 out of 10 sleeper. She really struggles to get more than 3 to 5 hours sleep a night. She's a nighttime catastrophizer. She just overthinks at nighttime. And then she's now a woman of a certain age. Sometimes she's very cold. Sometimes she's really hot, like she's eating Mexican food in a sauna. I call that perimenopause. And if I show you her sleep data for the last week, you can see that that's also been 100%. But over the last year, she's managed 90% sleep quality score. Coming from such a low place, I mean, we're over the moon. We're both really happy with the results and she feels so much better. So how does it work? Well, in bullet points, you fit the Pod 4 cover over your existing mattress. It adds like a layer of plushness. It makes it slightly more comfortable, a bit more like a hotel bed for us. And you have the pod which sits by your bed. There's 2 large fans in there, and then they cool or heat the mattress to help you optimize each stage of your sleep. If you sleep with someone else, the bed is split into 2 zones and each person sets their own temperatures, and it uses its autopilot function to make adjustments through the night just to really help you get the most quality from your sleep. You can see that last night my autopilot made 13 adjustments throughout the night and helped increase my REM sleep by 29%. In addition to that, it gives you really good health data. It measures things like your resting heart rate, your HRV, and it also detects snoring. I didn't think I snored at all, but it turns out I do snore a little bit. And if you go for the Pod 4 Ultra, which includes the base, that will actually make adjustments to the angle of the bed if you start snoring to help you stop. And when it comes to my temperatures, I prefer to get into a really cold bed that gradually gets slightly warmer throughout the night, however still stays cold. My wife, her settings are slightly different, but she prefers to wake up to a warm bed, and that seems to work for her. And even if you set the Pod 4 to 0, it will maintain that temperature throughout the night. We've got a memory foam mattress which seems to absorb heat and then sort of amplify it and then send it back to you. So our bed generally gets hotter throughout the night, but on 0, it just maintains the same temperature as when you got in it. If you're away, you just set it to away mode and tell it when you're coming back, and it will switch itself off to save energy for those nights and then be ready on the day you come home. It's also got buttons on the side, which I really like. It's like a hatched area which you can tap. If you tap it twice, the bed will get colder, and if you tap it 3 times, the bed will get warmer. So that means if you want to make adjustments in the night, you haven't got to get out your phone, look at that blue screen. You can just tap the bed to change all the settings. One of my favorite features is the vibration alarm. As someone who's used like an iPhone or a smart speaker to wake me up for like decades, I just hate it. I hate the way it just jars me awake. With the 8 Sleep, it's got a vibration alarm which is very subtle. You can adjust the intensity to suit you, but at 6 o'clock every morning, it just gently starts vibrating, and then I gradually come round, and it's just such a nicer way to wake up. So who is the Pod 4 cover for? Well, it's for people who really want to optimize their sleep. For someone like me, after using it for a couple of years now, I would choose to buy a Pod 4 before I bought a treadmill or an exercise bike. It really does make that much difference to the rest of my day. And for someone like my wife, who was just looking to get back into the realms of normal sleeping, she's well and truly achieved that and is very happy with the results. And if you're thinking about buying an 8 Sleep Pod 4 cover, I'll put a link in the description. That will take you to the best price on their website. There's generally a good discount there. In addition to that, I'll put a coupon code there as well, and that's stackable. So you've got the discount that's already on their site, and then put in the code I give you in the description and also the pinned comment. That will give you a further $50 off. That also helps support the channel, which is greatly appreciated. So in conclusion, it really has been a game changer for us, but I can see why people, like when I tell my friends about it, you can see that some of them don't quite get why I would pay that much for a fancy mattress topper that also has a subscription. And it's not something that you can kind of just say to your friends, yeah, jump in my bed and see how you get on. So unless you know what it's like, and they do have a very good 30-day money back guarantee, you can't really explain how it helps. And if you're someone who really doesn't like subscriptions, then you can cancel that subscription after the first year, but you do lose a lot of the health data and also the autopilot functions, which I think personally I might miss. And the last thing that I really like about the 8 Sleep Pod 4, especially for somebody who is noise sensitive, is that it's, for the most part, completely silent. It switches on an hour before you go to bed, so it's nice and ready when you get into bed. And the only time we really hear it is if we make major temperature changes throughout the night, which we don't, or on a really hot night. So when the ambient temperature in your bedroom is really hot, and if you're trying to get it really cold, then you'll just start to hear the fans working. But this is more of like a white noise. So that, I think, if anything, that A-Sleep. But like I've said, for the most part, it's completely silent and is a huge aid to our sleep. Well, if you'd like to see me unboxing the 8 Sleep and fitting it and seeing how it actually works and goes together, then watch this video here. And if you want to watch a more in-depth review of the Pod 4, then just watch this video down here. As I mentioned, link in description with discount and additional coupon code, and also on the pinned comment, that will give you a healthy discount off your Pod 4 if you decide to buy one. Well, I hope you found this video useful, and until next time, see you soon.